as the beans dripped from his mouth. I ain't gonna say a word. Good boy. That's fine, Lenny. Maybe you're getting better. When we get a couple acres, I can lend you 10 to rabbits, and I can let you do it all right? Especially if you remember as good as that. Lenny choked with pride. Oh, I can remember, he said. George motioned with his spoon again. Look, Lenny, I want you to look around here. You can remember this place, can't you? The ranch is about a quarter mile up that way. So just follow the river, you hear? Sure, said Lenny. I can remember this. Didn't I remember about not gonna say a word? Didn't I remember about that, George? Of course you did. Well, look, Lenny, if you just happen to get in trouble like you always done before, I want you to come right here and hide in the brush. Hide in the brush, said Lenny slowly. Hide in the brush. That's right. Hide in the brush till I come for you. Can you remember that? Sure I can, George. Hide in the brush till you comes for me. But you ain't got to get in no trouble, because if you do, I won't let you tend the rabbits. Yeah, I won't. He threw his empty bean can off into the brush. Well, I won't get in no trouble, George. I ain't gonna say a word. It's gonna be nice. Okay, I'll be all right. Okay. Yeah, bring your bindle over here by the fire. It's gonna be nice sleeping here, looking up at the leaves. Don't build up no more fires. We'll let here die down. We'll let this here fire just die right down. They made their beds on the sand, and as the blaze dropped from the fire, the sphere of light grew smaller. The curling branches disappeared, and only a faint glimmer showed with the tree trunks. From the darkness, Lenny called. George? Are you asleep? Hey, George. No. What do you want? Let's have different colored rabbits, George. Sure we will, George said simply. Red and blue and green rabbits, Lenny, millions of them. Furry ones, George? Like I seen in the fair in Sacramento? Sure, furry ones. Can I just as well go away, George? And I live in a cave. I can do that. I can just as easily go off down that there river and live in a cave somewhere. You can just as well go to hell, said George. Shut up now. The red light dimmed on the coals. Up the hill from the river, a coyote yammered, and a dog answered from the other side of the stream. The sycamore leaves whispered in a night, light, little breeze. Lenny hesitated, backed away, and looked wildly at the brush leaves, and true, he contemplated running for his freedom. George said coldly, You gonna give me that mouse, or do I have to sock you? Give you what, George? You know goddamn well what. I want that mouse. Lenny had had the mouse again. Maybe you wouldn't pet it too hard next time. You ought to be too careful, you know that, Lenny? You're too big for your own good.